gentlemen. Welcome to the Two Scotch Funk Worldwide Lounge. Today I want to talk about people. Yeah, I want to talk about the push. This was inspired yesterday. Well, it's been inspired all week long, really, by being surrounded by some extraordinary people. And we talked about practice, and we've already kind of touched on that subject. But I'm just gonna call this episode "Push" because that's basically what this thing is going to wrap itself around. Push. And it's a good one. It's not like push and shove. No negative. It's all positive. One of the things that really inspired it this week is just being, A, surrounded by beautiful people that do push me to be better, and B, watching how people will push themselves to be better. One of the examples is I'm friends with this guy at work. He's a very accomplished writer, brilliant thinker when it comes to the writing world. I mean, that's his schooling in life, and he's just wildly talented. But he's got this balance that where he will give you the critique and give you the information and be honest, not brutally, but very honest. He also encourages. He walks a tightrope, and I don't know how he does it, but I'm going to try to learn. He has a way of saying, try this, this, and this, and you want to push yourself harder so that you gain that acceptance and get to what he thinks is appropriate and what he thinks is good. I mean, you can write, there's all kinds of things you can write. But when you're writing for impact, to have someone at that level give you that kind of information and push you without even trying, that's a gift. Flip side of that coin, a lady at work. We had a bit of a rough moment Thursday, and we chatted it out. And she's passionate for this company. She is passionate for the firm. She wants to grow. She wants to be bigger, better, all the stuff. And I mean, she's in full-blown turbo mode. So guess what that does? I mean, she pushes me to be better for her. She's been wanting certain reports and certain things to be able to track and never been able to do it. So what did I do last night with spreadsheets and Excel that I hate? Friday night party. Push myself to be better for her. Find those people that push you without trying. It's hard. I'm super lucky in that I'm surrounded by people like that, but it's a tightrope that some people find that they can walk. I'm not sure that I can do that, but I'm gifted again with all these folks that say, I'm going to do this, and by their actions alone, or how they say things, how they do things, it pushes you to be better. Now, phase 2 of that push is creating your own style to return the favor. Do you emulate? Because there's no way that the people I'm talking in this story have such wildly different ways of doing things, very passionate, equal levels of passion for their trade and their things that they like and what's important to them, but wildly different personalities, wildly different ways of doing things, complete different walks of life, but equal effect on me. They push me without trying. Now, how do I do that? How do I take their styles and combine them or morph them or adapt them so that I can be that kind of an asset to someone else? I don't know. I'll look for comments on that, but how do you lead? Is this a leadership question? I don't think it is. I think it's an inspirational type question. How do you push someone to be better without ever letting them know they've been pushed? I don't know yet, and I will look for feedback on that. How do you do that? One of the things that I've been also fortunate is my mom and dad are brilliant folks, and they were very careful with how they dealt with my sister and I, because they knew we had capabilities and that we could, kind of rest on our laurels if we wanted to. But mom and dad had this way of answering questions that were not made with a yes or no. If you could ask them a question that might start off with a yes or no answer, that's what you were seeking. Most of the time you were seeking a yes, that's for sure. Unless it was, hey, can I get my own room so my little sister doesn't have to be in here? And that answer was no. Not for a little bit. But when mom and dad would have these moments, they would turn the question around to make you think. They were pushing without pushing. That's kind of the coaching thing that I like. I like that better than the therapy side and the clinical side. get the people to answer their own questions. That's the push. That's how I like to see it. That's how I try to do it. Don't give the hard yes or the hard no answer questions. Ask a question that prompts thought. That's the only way I know how to do the push. Is it an example thing? I don't know. Is it effective? It was growing up. Is it effective with adults? Not sure. That's a yes or no question. Is it effective with adults? Yes or no? Or is the question, how is it effective with adults? Maybe that's a better way to ask it. So we sit here in these moments that we talk back and forth and think about these things. Now, how did the lady at work do it? She sent me some pictures yesterday afternoon of the shop. She wanted to reconfigure it to make it more efficient. I'm like, let's do it. It was 900 degrees yesterday. It was so hot, and the shop is even worse. And that woman completely reconfigured this one corner of the shop to be more efficient, and it's beautiful. She did a great job, and so happy. And I just wanted permission. I just wanted to make it better. It's just incredible. And then my writer buddy, I've been thinking about some of the things he said to the point that I wrote them down in the car after coffee so I wouldn't forget them. He didn't tell me to do that. He didn't push me to do that physically or, hey, you should go write this down right now. The push was subliminal, I suppose. So that's my question to you. How do you push? How do you like to be pushed? And honestly, how do you not like to be pushed? What really disincentivize, whatever. I'll make up a word. If it's my show, I'll do whatever I want. But how does that affect you? I know my personality is such that you could say, Derek, go get an ice cream cone right now or else. And I'll be like, nah, I don't like ice cream. And everybody knows that's bullshit. I love ice cream. But if you tell me to go do it, chances are I won't. Wrong kind of push. Hey, I was thinking about getting ice cream. Want to go? Hell yeah. Same result, same activity, two different ways of introducing it. Slight push or shove. I guess that's the difference. Push or shove. Maybe that's another thing. I can be led but not pushed. And there's different styles of that. I can assure you. I have been pushed this week by something that I was not enjoying and overcame it by walking away for a moment. But that's not leadership. That's just push and shoving. I'm not a big fan of that. So maybe that's the new title. Push or shove. I think that's it. I'm going to wrap this up. I love your feedback. Feel free to post it on the page, on the Facebook page if you want. Otherwise, keep sending them to me personally. I'll keep reading them as long as I can. But I sure do appreciate that. The feedback is what keeps this thing going, because sometimes after a week like this week, it was hot, a lot of pressure, a lot of things had to get accomplished, but it ended up being good. The problem is I run out of gas and I don't have much inspiration to talk to you and share things with you. But this push one came up. So watching other people be exceptional makes me want to be exceptional, pushes me. Hope it does the same for you. Let me know how I can help. Thanks for listening. Talk to you soon.